How many times will we have to complain and wait? I'm tired of waiting.
This is community activist Tasha Williamson speaking to the City Council Rules Committee on April 11th. It was the first time council members publicly discussed the latest proposal by the group Women Occupy San Diego to beef up civilian oversight of the police. Here's group member Kate Yavenditti.
We've talked to a lot of community members, we've done a whole lot of work, and we have learned that people in the community simply do not trust the current CRB process.
CRB stands for the Community Review Board on Police Practices. The board reviews investigations into complaints of officer misconduct, as well as in-custody deaths and police shootings. Women Occupy San Diego wanted to ask voters to create a new commission with the power to conduct its own investigations, separate from those done by the police department's Internal Affairs Division. Yavenditti says she knows current CRB members work really hard.
And unfortunately, most of the community simply still doesn't trust that because of the process. They don't trust a process that is dominated by the police department.
The Rules Committee in April voted to delay further discussion of the change to get feedback from CRB members, the police chief, and the police officers union.
The way that it's drafted right now is really kind of vaguely written, a lot of gray areas.
Jack Schaefer is president of the San Diego Police Officers Association. The union made no secret of its opposition to the proposal. Schaefer says SDPD's Internal Affairs Division has ace detectives and that San Diego's CRB is working just fine.
The CRB has the benefit of being able to look at a thorough investigation, getting to see all the body-worn cameras, any other video and evidence, and pick it apart, basically. So it's almost like they're auditing. So review really isn't a strong enough word. They're auditing the work of experts.
Schaefer also has doubts a new commission would build more trust in law enforcement.
I think there's always going to be some parts of the community that don't trust for whatever reason. No matter what we're going to do, there's still going to be mistrust in the community by some.
Fast forward to July 30th, when the proposal to overhaul the CRB died. City council members deadlocked on whether to start negotiations over the measure with the police union. Councilman Scott Sherman said time had run out.
To get to a ballot coming up this November, there's no way we can get through this process. We can have a conversation about the next election in a couple of years, but I don't see how we get through it today, and that's why I can't support the motion on the floor.
Talks with the unions probably did need more time than the city council's schedule allowed, but Yavenditti said in an interview after the measure's failure that the union issue could have been dealt with months ago.
It's clear when you look at the timeline that there has been delay built in the timeline of getting our item on the agenda, getting information to us, and then this last-minute vote.
Some activists blame Council President Myrtle Cole, who controls city council agendas, for running out the clock and letting the measure die. Cole's office declined an interview request, but when asked when she first became aware of the city's obligation to meet and confer with the police union, a spokeswoman referred to a city attorney memo from July 19th. She did not mention that 3.5 weeks before that memo, Cole and her council colleagues had already discussed their obligation to talk with the unions in closed session. Cole's spokeswoman says the council president supported the proposal, and it followed the regular process of getting on the ballot. Despite that support, voters will likely have to wait until 2020 at the earliest to decide whether to increase civilian oversight of the police. Andrew Bowen, KPBS News.